hood, falling out the hood, falling getting money like a real one should. I'ma take a sip, get a little lit back in a bit, meditate, I think I should. No, we ain't friends, got me on 10.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video here on Pig City Hockey, and I know it is game day today, home opener. I'm excited, but I got to talk about these trade rumors that I saw breaking yesterday on Twitter involving the Canucks and your Winnipeg Jets, and it's about a player that I've talked about a lot in the past, and that is Conor Garland. We've seen the trade talks ramping up, and it seems like the Jets are interested in Conor Garland, and for good reason. Other than that cap hit of $5 million for the next 4 seasons, you know, Conor Garland is a really solid NHL player who has had a rough year last year with the Vancouver Canucks, but I think could fit really well with this deep forward core that Winnipeg is assembling. Now, I know we've talked about adding to the defense, and that should be the priority, but the thing is that this kind of works out in helping the defense and the forward core at the same time, I'd imagine, because the Canucks would probably be looking for a defenseman coming back in return, potentially. Now, I'm not talking about a Nate Schmidt swap, obviously, but I still think that there could be something potential there. Conor Garland is a really solid NHL player with a lot of, good characteristics that I think would translate well with the forward core that the Jets are assembling right now. He's a gritty forward that can crash the net. He's smaller in size. He's fast. He's kind of perfect for what the Jets are assembling down there with that third line and the second line, having a bunch of players that can kind of bounce around, be versatile, a lot deeper than what they've assembled in the past. And I think that it would make a lot of sense if the Jets looked at this as a way of maybe moving on from a defenseman back there and creating more room, because, you look at game 1, and I don't want to point fingers on why we lost that game, but Nate Schmidt was a big reason why we lost that game. And at the end of the day, Nate Schmidt would have not been on that roster for game 1 if Ville Heinola had never gotten hurt. And we know Ville Heinola will be coming back. We know Declan Chisholm had a pretty powerful display at the camp and spring training, and Logan Stanley as well. I would still much rather see Logan Stanley out there than Nate Schmidt based off what we saw in the first game. And I do not like Logan Stanley as a hockey player. So at the end of the day, I think it just makes too much sense for the Jets. I've talked about this in the past about how Garland really does fit this mold of what the Jets look for in a forward, especially for the fact that he has term left on his contract. Aliafalo will be expiring, not pretty soon. So if you want to keep a team that's competitive and have a guy that you can use as trade bait down the line and be here for a couple years, Conor Garland fits that perfectly, in my opinion. And I know he's had some issues in his game, inconsistencies and blah, 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 but you know what? So has, Iafallo last year. So has Velarde. And I think that taking a chance on some of these guys and trying to assemble a better core and giving these guys that, change of scenery that they definitely need in certain situations, I think that would work tremendously for the Jets and for the Canucks as well as the situation, because I know that they're trying to move this Garland trade situation along really quickly, and hopefully because of that, they're willing to maybe eat a little bit of money. Because imagine if they were able to eat even just $1 million on that deal. If they ate $1 million on that and we got him back with some cap retained on the Canucks side, this trade would look great for the Jets. And I think the Canucks could find some value in what the Jets have right now in surplus as well. If the Jets are trying to win, you could offer them, a depth prospect that, is close to being NHL ready. You could give them Logan Stanley as a throw-in. The Canucks like bigger defensemen, there are things that the Jets have in surplus that the Canucks are looking at and be like, we could definitely take an interest at that. And that just based on what the Canucks need right now. They want younger forwards. They're trying to, get a change of scenery for some of these guys. So if you can bring in a couple players from the Jets that need a change of scenery and getting Garland out of there, quickly before the start of the season or before the season really gets going, I think that works out best for both teams. Now, obviously, I'm just a fan. I do like both these teams. These are both my, teams I follow, and I think that at the end of the day, that if the Canucks really want to make a move when it comes to getting Garland out quickly, I think the Jets, and as well as the Predators, as you saw drawing interest, they could definitely make that swing. They have the assets to do so, and I think the Jets definitely make more sense. Garland really would fit in well with Winnipeg, and he's the perfect player when it comes to what Chevy looks for. He looks for guys that are underrated in their current situations that he can get for on the low. That's exactly what Chevy does. We know he's a bargain bin trader, so why not go for a guy that they're trying to move quickly and imminently? I think it makes a lot of sense, and I think that they have the assets right now to do so. So I am fully on Team Garland. I have been for a few years now since the trade rumors with him started to break. So why don't you guys go down in the comment section below right now and let me know your thoughts on this. Would you like Conor Garland on this team? And if you're a Canucks fan, what would you think would be a good mock trade? At the end of the day, I'm just sharing my thoughts. I'd love to hear what you guys think and what a good mock trade would look like. So let me know down in the comment section below. As always, what you think about this whole rumors and if you think it makes any sense. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets go. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tonight for recap reaction for the home opener. Go Jets go, baby.
It'll all be over.